my co-host here, Matt Jerishow, for the NXT Takeover Unstoppable review for 2015. And Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn may have been the main event, but Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch match, though. That was a thing of beauty. Someone better call the sheriff because those girls just stole. Alright guys, what's up?
What's up, man?
This tonight was an enjoyable experience, as per usual, with no complaints, just, not even like complaints, just like, oh, why did they do this? They should have did it that way. Like, like creative ways that I would have figured it could have been, like not better, but like different. But that's not a complaint. That's just nitpicking. So, what'd you think of the show tonight?
Awesome. I only think of two pretty much that were like that, but the rest of it was awesome. Just great. Top to rest of it was awesome. Just great. Top to bottom, it was a great show.
Couldn't agree more, dude. My only, if I had to, even name down spots, the Corbin and Rhino thing, decent.
Yeah.
And the, I guess I could say Charlotte, that match, that tag match, I guess they did the best to keep Dana Brooke as as they possibly could.
Yeah. Matches, I thought was solid.
So, even the matches that weren't even, the best, they were solid and good. They made sure nothing about the show tonight.
Yeah.
Let's start. I'm a little comfortable. Alright, so I guess we start the show out with Finn Balor versus Tyler Breeze, and I'm going to explain Tyler Breeze's entrance because I know Matt does not want to go over. So, what we're going to do here is...
Go ahead, man. It's all good.
Let me just put my phone on vibrate. While I explain this. Okay, so there was a bunch of women models coming out in all the waistcoats we've seen Tyler Breeze wear. So they walk out modeling the waistcoats, and I'll admit some of these chicks are pretty hot. And I'm pretty sure I know it was a bunch of college girls that are aspiring to be models at Full Sail University, the college, because they do work out on the college campus for NXT. So I'm pretty sure that was the case. And then Tyler Breeze comes out after the models, and he does his usual entrance, and I liked it. Matt didn't. But then, after that, we get to the entrance that we're legitimately waiting for. Finn Balor. And, dude, the Demon was out tonight, as expected. And Finn Balor. Finn frickin' Balor. He had a cape on with spikes on the back of it. And that Demon entrance that he pulled off, it gets better each and every time. What would you think? I guess Matt froze over, guys. Yeah, well, I guess Matt froze over. That kind of sucks. So, sorry guys, we're going to have to go on here. A tough position here. Matt has frozen over down here, and I'm sorry, Matt. I got to go on, bud. But Breeze and Balor this match, we got a couple spots where Finn, he diving double fist stomps out the apron on a Tyler Breeze's spine. I'm telling you, dude, that looked, I mean, stiff, but it was had to prepare for that one, dude. That was just sick itself. Oh, wait a minute, Matt, are you back with her, bud?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was seeing that you're coming in clear. There's no lag now.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
It must have been on your end.
Yeah.
All right, so I was sitting here getting into the match. Now, you were away from most of them. You've seen the last couple. You've seen the last 2 to 3 minutes of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Now, what you're diving to Tyler Breeze's spine. Now, we got a spot tonight where, like, I knew once this was hit, like, it came up in the back of my mind. When someone kicks in this match, the person who kicked out, now, we've seen the beauty shot hit, in my mind, okay, how is Finn going to win this now? Because, like, it's like last year. It's weird. It's weird because last year at the original first NXT Takeover, the inaugural, same thing, Tyler Breeze and Sami Zayn, everyone thought would win the match. And now, he went on to be the number one contender. So, Finn Balor, if we want to get to it. Matt, do you want to describe the 6-spot Balor had here?
The what?
The 6-spot Balor had here off the top part of the ramp?
Oh, yeah, he, like... Alright, so... Yeah, he went up, and he jumped, and alright, if you see on, like, WWE, usually they, like, kind of miss, but he nails Tyler Breeze, like, hard, and it was crazy. Now, Gordon wanted, he didn't, so, yeah, he got there. Amazing spot.
I was calling for a supermodel kick because I wanted to see how Balor's head and neck would have smacked against the ground on that one.
That would have been pretty crazy, too.
But normally in, like, situations like this, when you're outside the ring and you're doing stuff like that, it's normally a pretty straight, dead-on landing. Not often will they let you miss, especially in this situation, where NXT's already having guys drop like flies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the end of the match goes with Finn Balor winning with the coup de grace.
Yeah.
So that's how that went down.
Start.
That's how that went down, and we got a 1, 2, 3 there. So I enjoyed the match. I honestly wanted Breeze to win because we've never seen Balor versus Breeze, but I get not Balor versus Breeze. We've never seen, well, actually, until tonight, we've never seen that either. We've never seen Owens versus Breeze. And just to let you guys know, a little thing, just to let you know, where was Hideo Itami? How did they break the Hideo Itami news? Well, Hideo Itami, they played it off as a storyline of Kevin Owens attacking Hideo in the parking lot because they cut to Enzo and Kaz and they were talking and like, hey, where's Kaz? And then Enzo's like, hey, Kaz, paparazzi wants you. He stands up and then they go over before he could even say anything. And then Itami's laid out and it's 6 to 8 months that Dave Story injured him so they didn't have to break the bad news that he got injured at an NXT live event. I think this is brilliantly done by NXT, Matt.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, because usually you don't see them as injured on Raw. They just go out and they tell you what happened. They don't really show you. So they were smart tonight. They tried something different. So yeah, I thought it was very creative and great.
And this opens us right up for a Kevin Owens and Hideo Itami feud in a few.
Yeah, and I'll be looking forward to that. That match hasn't happened, right? No.
No, that hasn't happened. That's tonight. They with Hideo, like, since Balor won, anybody could have won. Anybody could have been in this situation.
Yeah, well, Hideo was probably the one who was going to win. The last number one contender was Finn Balor, so.
So I really had no plans for Breeze winning this. You would have been right. Itami, like our original guesses when this was still announced to be a triple threat match where Tommy and Breeze, and you would have been right on the ball with Itami winning this.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that Breeze is probably just there to take the pin. Just saying, that's probably what was going to happen.
I'm not going to... because if Itami would have won, I'm pretty sure NXT had him pin Balor for the simple reason of if Tommy and Breeze have faced off so many times and they traded pinfalls back and forth, they would have had
That's true.
Balor probably eat the pin, and then they would have probably eliminated out of the equation.
Yeah.
So that's probably what went down. But any concluding thoughts about this match you want to get out of the way?
For sure.
Yeah, in a good way, because they got out of the way first.
Yeah.
All right, so next we move on, and neither of us, I'm pretty sure, took notes for this at this point, because the only thing I really take notes for is Raw, but I gotta get a new notepad, because for those of you who've seen that video of me, messing up into my notes.
Classic.
Yes, but honestly, it was a week to this day. My YouTube channel, check it out. Just go back and check it out. Not now. Yeah. After this, just go check it out.
Must watch.
Yeah, but up next we get the tag team match, right?
Yes.
Dana Brooke and Emma entering together, and I'm gonna tell you this now. Dana Brooke may not be good at her actual job, dude, but she needs me, bro. Dana. 3 out of the 4 women in this match needed me. Charlotte, Emma, and Dana. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You can't cheat on Nikki.
You need to quiet down. You need to quiet down. But okay, all seriousness here. In all seriousness here, this match, this was, when we're talking about solid things that happened tonight, this was solid.
Yeah.
This is one of those things you look at and you're like, okay, this had the potential to be, very bad, but it was solid.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Good for what it was.
It was a fun little match, pretty much. That's what I think it was.
Yeah, it was. And they did their best to keep Dana out of the ring at the same time.
Yeah. So good job by them.
Yeah, good job to NXT.
Yeah.
And how do I put it? The winners of this match, I guess I can wrap myself into it. The winners of this match were Charlotte and Bayley. I'm sorry, Bayley, for that, but the winner of this match was Charlotte and Bayley. They won off of the natural selection on Emma, and I guess this was the safest route for them to go. Normally, Charlotte's in a different situation than most NXT people, because after you win the championship, you immediately get called up. Not immediate, but you get called up very soon. So, in Charlotte's position, she got to a winning pinfall on a Takeover special after losing the championship Takeover special before that. The first NXT Tag Team Championship match for women. Not Tag Team Championship match, Tag Team match. But she didn't pin Dana Brooke, which is protecting Dana Brooke. She pinned Emma, which means that Emma and Bayley fuse not either. So this concludes nothing really. But those feuds will probably continue on. But anyways, we move on. We move on. So Baron Corbin versus Rhino. Matt, you want to describe this match?
It was simple, pretty much. Nothing big, but it wasn't a awful match. It was.
So these two.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was gonna let you continue on.
Oh, I said it. It was weird, pretty much. Everybody knew Corbin would win. So, I don't know. I guess you can say it was boring in a way, but I like some of the stuff that Rhino did, and I like Corbin's finisher. So.
If you haven't heard me say it on the reviews or anybody else, and I'll Baron Corbin and the finisher.
Yeah.
That's all.
I agree.
That's all Baron Corbin really is. But for what he did in this match, which is I guess I'm saying it's better than expected because it didn't last 45 seconds or other show that they had. It was, I guess, the perfect way to explain it was, I mean, like, if we're going to put it on a scale, not better than expected. I mean, not expected like not better than expected like Wyatt and Ryback better than expected. I mean, better than expected than I thought I'd hate this match and I really did, and I just had no complaints about it or anything.
It was less. It was. I guess you can say it was solid, like a little bit less than that, but not awful though. Rhino maybe had that cool spot today. The Rhino bump though was cool. When he went outside the ring.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. But Corbin goes on to win this with the end of days, and we I guess we move on. Up next is Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy versus Blake and Murphy. And in this match, I can tell you what, we were watching together. Matt kind of fell in love with Enzo and Cass during the entrance.
Yeah, they were awesome.
You still there, Matt? Here's the thing with Enzo and Cass. Everyone falls in love with them because of the entrance. I mean, like, yeah, everybody falls in love with Enzo and Cass because of the entrance. And that's basically what it is. And, like,
I like them in ring.
Go ahead.
Oh, I like them in ring, though, too. Okay. They have a really cool entrance.
Yeah, dude, and God, I guess the lag is starting to come back because you're, like, fading, and, like, not, but, like, you're hearing me, like, way late, dude.
Yeah, we can, but not now.
Alright, so in this match, it was basically, like, Enzo, I hate to say it, like, but the dude has proved nothing as if he can, like, legitimately wrestle. But, like, tonight the dude brought out some stuff I didn't know he had in him. Crossbody that he did, there was a beautiful DDT. I think it was Wesley Blake that sold. Amazing. This was just phenomenal. All around.
I like, Enzo, and then, so I like Cass then. He was pretty cool, I thought.
Yeah, Cass. Yeah, when you see him doing all the jump.
Yeah, I mean double teaming and stuff like, or he was beating up the two guys, so he's pretty cool.
All right, and we get to the point where Enzo gets the hot. Well, Enzo is getting picked up by Cass and put on the top rope. Then we get Alexa Bliss who runs down to the ring and makes her official heel turn statement and completely smashes Carmella's face into the apron. Comes out there and he gets attacked by Blake and he gets attacked by Wesley, the one who drags down Enzo, and then Wesley Blake comes down with the frog splash. And still your NXT Tag Team Champions, Blake and Murphy.
Man,
I guess I kind of called the Alexa Bliss heel turn.
Yeah.
Preview predictions. All right.
Pretty good match.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I honestly didn't expect Enzo to have to win, and I had told you from the start if they win, I will be extremely happy with them.
Yeah.
I had no problem with them winning. All right. So it's safe to say that this is a match of the year contender. Right?
Wait, what?
I said it's safe to say that this is a match of the year contender coming up.
Oh yeah, for sure. This match.
All right,
just take it.
Started it off and opened up so many of these. You can take this one.
These two are Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship. And they literally tore each other up. This match, like, the spots they had, like, the submission, like, back to back, this is the thing. NXT just does stuff like totally different. It's so cool. Like usually, like you'll see one person target one arm, but they were doing this to each other. So it wasn't just like one person getting attacked. They were both doing the same stuff to each other, but coming up with different submissions, and they were literally tearing each other apart. Like at the end, like the what do you call it? The spot that happened that Sasha Banks did was insane, pretty much. So, and it was back and forth. It was great. It's one of the best women's match in a long ass time. So, yeah, I thought this was a pretty much match of the night for sure. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say match of the night, definitely. Just awesome.
And you also forgot to mention the part where Sasha Banks stood on Becky Lynch in the corner of her arm and bended it back to the point where dude, Graves was on commentary. Don't let her go!
Yeah, we were saying the same thing.
Exactly. They were selling it so much, and it just did all the much better.
They're about to just...
Dude, I know it, like, some people are like, oh, you can't compare this to Brock Lesnar, but when Brock Lesnar locks something on and you see him locking on, you're like, oh, God, just let it end soon. I'll put it like this. When these girls put something on, I felt that exact same way.
Yeah.
I've watched these matches.
Well, he tells Lesnar...
Go ahead.
Well, like I can see them saying to Lesnar because I mean he was in UFC obviously, so he knows a lot of submissions. But you know Vince will tell you like lock it in fully because I mean you're not gonna want to kill these guys. But these girls did. It looked like they said just go out there and do whatever you want, and if you guys want to kill each other, that's fine.
See, that's the way that Triple H runs NXT though, dude. He basically says for promos, say what you want to, and we're gonna bullet point your promo what we need you to hit on, and then it's basically in ring. Here's how it goes. All right, you girls are given 15 to 20 minutes. When you guys hear the ref tell you to go home, you go home, tell your story in the ring, and have fun.
Yeah.
And these girls absolutely slayed tonight. They tore the house down. I was talking to you and my friend Derek on Facebook, and I kept on some matches. The show stealers. They even make fight feel. The video package, everything leading up to this. This match was absolutely incredible. I mean, if you're going to go back and watch one thing from the show, like the main event was awesome, but go back and watch this. Please, go back and watch this.
Watch this and then watch the main event, because the main event, once you get to this match, just let it go through. Don't skip, don't do any of that. Just let it go.
I know I may be crazy. I know I may be crazy because at the end for saying this, and I know I may get some flack for this, but I honestly think Sasha and Becky could have main evented this last.
Yeah, actually, it would have been different. So, yeah.
Yeah, and what do you call it? They said I remember there was a certain thing that was said in an article earlier today that said a couple women's matches main evented over the weekend for NXT All absolutely sold.
Man.
So I could see that happening. It was what's worthy of this. So we're gonna move on to the main event. But before we move on to the main event, I do want to say though, after the match was over, the crowd did start like you know how song whoa. And I'm sorry for the worst thing you may have ever heard in your entire lives, and I'm sorry if I shattered any of your eardrums. I will not be paying any of those bills, but I am sorry. The crowd basically started singing the song and like showing their appreciation. It was like the thing in the indies, like you put on a great match and they just applaud you. Like they just stand up and applaud you. That really Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-views, but it's an independent wrestling thing, and this is the closest form to the indies that WWE will ever have, and I absolutely love this platform for that. They applauded Becky, they applauded Sasha, and both of them played Becky's music and played her out well. So, we move on here to the main event of this show. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. And honestly, dude, this This was a good match, but it didn't top the women's match. But the story was really brilliant.
Yes.
Now, see, here's the thing. Sami Zayn, we all know how to hurt shoulder coming into it. If they would have never talked about it, or it would have never been acknowledged, you would have never knew. I'm honestly telling you, you would have never knew.
Very good thing right there.
And see, I mentioned this to you already. Actually, yeah, I did. I mentioned this earlier. Sami Zayn is a Ring of Honor guy. And Ring of Honor guys, they fight through some severe... Like, Sami Zayn with a shoulder injury. He's fine. He's been through a lot. I've seen this man get tossed off a through 3 ladders and then get back up and still compete.
Yeah.
And the padding and Ring of So, this man, this didn't affect him at all. The match was still good. The match was still what everybody expected it to be. It was great. Honestly, it was great. And then we got some interesting stuff. We got Sami and Kevin fighting through the crowd. We got Kevin what do you call it? We got Kevin sitting here he played the strategic game at the beginning of the match and angered Sami, got out the ring and bided his time. We got a bunch of interesting stuff. Matt, what was your favorite part about this match? About the match, not the ending, the match.
There was a couple. Well, I guess you could say the beginning when Owens went outside the ring, but Sami for him kind of instead of just chasing out. He took his time in this match, and I like when they do this. A lot of stuff that happens in the first match, they change it in the second, so they learn from their mistakes. Owens is gonna go for the power bomb, but then Sami flipped them over. So I love those little moments when you think it's gonna happen again, but it changes.
Oh yeah, just like the part where Kevin Owens is gonna Sami Zayn in the crowd onto the floor or the barricade or the guardrail that Sami Zayn grabbed onto and stopped him from doing it. I honestly thought he was gonna do a moonsault. That would have been sweet.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. And the rest of Go ahead.
This might piss you off a little bit because I don't think you've ever really done this in the reviews. But remember on Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch when she dove out the ring and then she threw her into the steps?
That bump. I couldn't remember that.
Yeah, that one is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
This is a great match. Come on, you can tell. All right, so back to Owens and Zayn. We want him to do the moonsault, but yeah.
After that, they end up. Sami Zayn ends up in the same powerbomb spot again, and then because Kevin Owens whipped the shoulder and pushed him into the stairs.
Yeah.
So Owens gets powerbombed on the apron, and that's where we know Kevin Owens is through. I thought for a minute Sami could have got up because he's felt that before, and he would have got up and fighting spirit Sami Zayn, pull out his independent spirit and fight. But no. They're keeping the powerbomb legit. That's going to be Kevin Owens' quote unquote kayfabe career ender.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. They keep some finishers legit. If you have a finisher, no one will ever kick out of it unless in special circumstance. Adrian Neville, when he was in NXT, no one ever kicked that arrow. Ever.
That we see but let's look at the Tombstone. That move used to be an ender, but when Shawn Michaels kicked out of it, everyone was kicking out of it. It's a finisher. NXT does not do that really. Once in a while maybe, but not a whole lot.
Like tonight with Sasha Banks, we're going to go back to that match. The bank statement. Ever since we started using that since last summer, no one breaks out of the bank statement all the time at all. That bank statement has been made legit, especially the way she stretches you out in the middle of it too. Dude. NXT will legitimize a finisher. They will definitely legitimize a finisher, and they know how to do it. And they know the perfect moments to make someone kick out of that finisher. Another good example, Kevin Owens and Finn Balor. When they had their match, dude, Owens, what did he do? Owens, he took the coup de grace, but Finn Balor, from the storyline, not from the story, from the dichotomy of playing off the knee that Kevin Owens had injured of him, he couldn't claw to the pin, so Kevin Owens had time to get out. So Finn never was able to get the cover, and the coup de grace was still kept legit.
Yeah.
And they do the best they can of keeping their top guys strong and not just making Finn Balor lose to a Papa Powerbomb and having get caught. He lost because he was hurt. So back to the situation where the refs are checking Owens in, and Owens keeps just pummeling him and pummeling him and pummeling him. Refs check Owens in, pummel, and then he puts him in the ring. The refs won't, so he just yells at the bellkeeper, move, grabs a chair, prepares to beat the living crap out of Sammy, and then Regal comes in and like grabs Owens by the nose, turns him around, and I didn't even see what he did to Regal. Did he punch him?
It looked like that. It panned away. It didn't really show for me.
He either punched him or he kicked him.
It looked like they didn't really fully show. Like, when he turned around, like it kind of. I think it showed. All of a sudden, though, it was on Regal. You just see Regal on the ground after that. It was very fast.
Yeah. So I think I'm guessing he kicked Regal. I didn't see his hands, but I'm guessing he low blow. Yeah,
or like headbutt, something quick.
It had to be something on those lines. But after this, with the chair, Kevin Owens gets ready to hit, and out comes Samoa frickin' Joe. Everyone hyped. Dude, I love this. Matt, I'm going to need you to take this away, dude.
This was awesome. Actually, we were thinking what was going to happen was, because didn't Triple H say there would be a triple threat match still?
I guess, because Corey Graves wearing that salmon jacket tonight. Yeah, I seen Graves wearing the salmon jacket tonight, and I realized that interview was from probably yesterday. They probably taped that yesterday. So, match, and I guess they played the story off of Hideo getting injured, and it changed on the fly. So, I guess it was kayfabe in that one.
Yeah, so what we were kind of thinking was that Joe would in the triple threat match, and we were still thinking, because I guess the Reddit user saying was Joe would be coming out tonight, so we were waiting, and right when awesome, they go head-to-head, and Owens kind of backs up, but Joe still gets in his face. Owens leaves, so it's kind of typical. Then Owens comes back, they go, and they're talking to each other this time, and Owens, he has a cool line, he says, watching you. So, because, usually the heels, they'll say that to the heel, but the heel says it to them. So now, they're going to be having a match soon enough, and it will be awesome. This match I cannot wait for.
Now, don't think about Finn Balor, too. Contender, currently.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, they'll get some way to, unless, Joe comes out and costs Owens a title, and then it gets real personal. But, yeah. I think Joe should be the guy to beat. I kind of want to see Owens beat him, but...
Okay, now see, normally I'd say in this case, because of Samoa Joe's age and experience and everything he has behind him, he would normally win. I'd normally say Joe would win. But, not Joe would win, Owens would win. He'd definitely win, but here's the thing. Joe's a TNA guy who's never got his shining moment in WWE at all. So, here's my thing. Here. It could go either way. It could most definitely go either way. I remember saying to you earlier, I most saying to you earlier that Owens would beat Joe, and it would, rise Owens up the ladder further, because this indie crowd that basically goes to the NXT shows, these smarky people who go to these shows know who Samoa Joe is. They know Samoa Joe's pedigree. They know what Joe's all about. They know the names that Joe wants to beat. A guy like Joe would really ascend him and rise him up the ladder of NXT. So that's just how I honestly feel it could go. So,
yeah. Wait, what? Last part?
I said, how do you feel about the whole Joe thing tonight?
And this, guys, people know kind of, not I like when they do that, a lot of people will complain when like part-timers come, but I have no problem with them. So example, like I know it'll be like that, so but I love it just seeing established guys kind of come in and they get treated big by so even though like sometimes in WWE you got to start from the bottom and rise up, NXT they aren't afraid of putting you in there because they cut the crap and give you the good stuff. Like, I mean, it's Joe's first night, and you already know he'll be having a match with Kevin Owens, who, same with him, NXT Fast, and within his first, pay-per-view, if you want to call it that, he won the NXT title. Well, second one, I guess you can say, his second pay-per-view.
Let me quote. December 11th, he came in and faced CJ Parker, powerbomb Sami Zayn on the apron, and February 11th, my birthday, he walks in,
yes.
powerbomb Sami Zayn to the point where El Generico, his old character, could feel it, feeding children, feeding the homeless. He powerbombed him out of existence.
Yes.
So, basically, that's...
NXT's... Oh, go ahead.
You were starting to cut out. Say it again.
Hello?
Yeah, you were starting to cut out. Say it again.
Oh, another thing NXT does, they've been doing this. Every time a pay-per-view ends, they leave off, and it's like a new start. Like, it doesn't just end like a typical pay-per-view. Like, it ends, and it leaves a question. It answers stuff for you, and it leaves you a question. So you now know, so are we going to get Joe versus Owens, or are we going to, like, at the next pay-per-view, or are we going to see Owens versus Balor, or are we going to see that NXT? Which one will happen? So it's good questions that they just leave, kind of. It's like a cliffhanger, and you have to watch. It gets you to tune in the next week, pretty much, which is great in a good way.
See, here's the thing. Knowing NXT and knowing how they operate, within a couple of weeks, within like 3 or 4 weeks maybe, Finn Balor will have his match against Kevin Owens. And he'll probably lose. It's probably going to go like last special, because remember the last special? Remember the last special, though? That's how it ended. Balor was number contender at the end of the last special that we had. That's what I'm saying. We've seen it. We've seen Owens and Balor before, and Balor's won 2 number 1 contender matches, and he's been the number 1 contender. This is the second time now, and he's going to lose to Owens again unless they call Owens up. See, that's the beautiful thing about NXT. That's the other beautiful thing about NXT. You never, ever, ever know if someone's going to get called up, which could just change the championship immediately, and plans could...
Yeah.
But, Matt, is there anything else you wanted to say here?
Just another great match, and it was, great match, great show. I know you don't do this, but I kind of like doing this. Like, if I had to rate the show or give it something, I'd probably give it like a very high B or an A, like probably about that. This was definitely better than Payback.
Blows Payback out of the water.
Yeah.
Honestly, like thoroughly. Go watch the Payback review, dude. Like the rest of you guys who haven't should.
Yes, go watch.
Yeah, the whole Ice JJ Fish thing. Go watch a video where I basically tell you guys that the NXT review wasn't ready yet. It has the NXT logo on it, I believe. You can go back and watch that, but it's about 8 minutes. Just go watch that. And Matt, you want to shout this stuff out, bro?
Yeah, follow me at or subscribe to me at Matt Jarrett Show. It's my YouTube channel. I do slow down, but it's because I want my subscribers, if they want to watch my videos, I want them to come here because this channel is just so awesome. And thank you, Gordon, for letting me join you for another awesome.
Yeah, guys. So, thank you very much. And I want to update you guys on the whole Williams situation. Williams said he gave up, but then I watched the tail end of his Raw review on Monday, and he said I lied. I didn't give up. So, you know what? We're gonna crush this kid. We're going forward, and I appreciate all of you who just decided to check your subscription box or check my channel, and then see what I did and cultivate to that immediately. I appreciate all of you for doing that, and I have more views on my Raw review than William right now. So this is a Takeover special. I appreciate and love all of you guys. So I'd like to ask you to just continue to watch my videos, continue to be supportive. And I'm not going to even tell you to subscribe. I'm not even tell you to like this video. I've realized something. I love when you guys comment on these videos. I want feedback. Feedback. Talk to me. Talk to Matt, too. We would love to hear your feedback. We are on Wrestling Amino that you can download on your iPhone or Android market. Wrestling Amino and all that good stuff. I could go on and on about it. Twitter at gmaster9. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, gmaster90 for you, and for me, if you guys want to follow me at Wrestling Amino, I'm at Invasion31. So yeah.
You can follow him on Wrestling Amino, Invasion31. You can follow me on Wrestling Amino, Gordon Maston, and Gmaster90 TWF. That'd be the WWE forum. Awesome pro wrestling forum for talking wrestling with everybody. You can also, it's too much. Just Twitter, Wrestling Amino. Comment, please. So thank you guys for watching the NXT Takeover Unstoppable review. And we all know what happens. Matt's already turned his camera off. He's prepared for what we do. I guess we'll see you guys for the next video, which is going to actually be a Raw review. So thank you guys very much for watching, and see ya! Alright, intro. I'm waiting for the outro to play, guys. Okay, there we go. So, we'll try that again. See ya!